from Vale Park, where tonight Port Vale take on the Premiership might of Everton in this FA Cup fourth round replay. Well, as you probably gathered, you can probably pick up on the video, the noise here at Vale Park is deafening. Both sets of supporters absolutely packing Vale Park, jam tight, and as always for First Team Television, brought to you exclusively live on video. Your commentators tonight are myself, Mike Mackey and Simon Keeling. Well, first of all, let's go through the teams. John Rudge chooses for Port Vale. In goal, Paul Musselwhite. Number 2, Andy Hill. 3, Alan Tankard. 4, Ian Bogey. 5, Gareth Griffiths. 6, Neil Aspin. 7, John McCarthy. 8, Andy Porter. 9, Martin Foyle. 10, Tony Naylor. And 11, Steve Guppy. The substitutes being Ray Walker, Arian Van Houston and Lee Mills. Everton reverting to their squad system numbers, but their team manager Joe Royle has picked names that will be very familiar. Neville Southall in goal, Andy Hinchcliffe, Dave Unsworth, Dave Watson, Graham Stewart, Barry Horn, Daniel Amakachi, John Ebrell, Matt Jackson, Andrei Kanchelskis, Craig Short, and Joe Royle chooses as substitutes Jason Keaton, Paul Ryder and the experienced Swede Anders Limpar. Well, Simon, 2-2 after the first leg at Goodison Park, all to play for. What do you think the match is going to be?
Well, it's obviously going to be hard fought, Mick. I think we're in for a great match. Actually, it's good conditions for football. Seems quite firm underfoot, and it's nice and bracing for the players out there. So I'm expecting a good game. I've brought a lot of support with them, Everton. I've not heard it quite this loud for quite some time. And like I say, as you pointed out, there are squad numbers, which is a bit of a shame, being as we'd remembered all the numbers for the players on a 1 to 11 basis. So we'll do our best to get that down to a T before too long. But I'm certainly hoping that the Vale can hold the storm at the start, which I'm expecting from Everton. I expect Everton to come straight out at the Vale and try and get an early lead. But I think if the Vale can hold them for 15-20 minutes, then we could be in for what some people might call a shock, and Vale could be taking home the prize. Have we got a prediction for a score from you, Mick, for tonight?
Well, as a true blue Evertonian, I'm hoping that Everton won, and with the rest of me being black and white, it's going to be 2 goals to Vale. But the 2 mascots running off there, very delighted young children indeed. Kirsten Ann and Kerry Louise Foyle. Kirsten is 9 years old and attends Seabridge Junior School. Her favourite players are Alan Tankard and Paul Musselwhite. Kerry is 7 and attends Seabridge Infant School. Her favourite players are Andy Porter and Arian Van Houston. And, well, there'll be one very proud father out there on the pitch tonight. But it looks as though Port Vale and Martin Foyle are going to kick off. Nail and Foyle and Naylor there. Tony Naylor just clapping his hands, just telling the boys to just be prepared and straight at the off. And indeed Port Vale quickly finding the ball back to Andy Hill. He plays a long ball forward. Naylor chases, and Everton stub at that threat, but Martin Foyle with a very early shot on goal there. Neville Southall just palms it round the post, and Port Vale showing they mean business very quickly indeed. Here it comes again, left foot shot, Southall down to his left, just gets it round, but Guppy, McCarthy, Steve Guppy gets the ball back, plays it back to John McCarthy, in it comes, but straight to Neville Southall, and the experienced Welsh international plays it upfield. Kanchelskis, nice control, Tankard there though to Porter, Aspin, Foyle onside, can he keep it in? No. But a promising start by Port Vale, and one that will certainly give them heart. But it's a throw in to Everton. 15 Jackson to Dave Watson, Hill intercepts. Ball airborne at the minute, no one controlling it, but Steve Guppy now. Foyle, Guppy, nice interchange, but, well, blue shirts all around. And Everton, number 14, John Everton, is playing it back. Southall clears it upfield. And not very nice. Kanchelskis did well there to keep it in, but linesman's flag is up. The referee tonight, Mr. M.D. Reid, and supported very ably by Mr. B.D. Priest and B.J. Rudkin. So another throw-in, this time in Port Vale's favour. And Tankard, Foyle's header. Naylor flicks it on. Guppy, well, linesman's flag straight up in the air, and quite a close call there, Simon. I thought Steve Guppy had just got the measure of that.
Well, he may have strayed just offside. I think I wouldn't complain too much about that decision. I've seen a lot worse than that. Certainly given against attacking players, and I think linesmen do tend to err on the side of caution, but I wouldn't complain too much about that one, I don't think.
Dave Watson floats one into the box, and the shot coming in there. And John Everett trying his luck from about 25 yards out. It's over the bar. And a goal kick. And the first touch of the ball for Paul Musselwhite. All the players congregated centre field. Musselwhite's ball comes over. Up goes Foyle. He was jumping down there on Dave Watson. Matt Jackson there going to take it, leaving it for the skipper. He's actually in my dream team this year, Dave Watson. Ball played forward. Tanks plays it to Guffey, back to Tankard. Amakachi comes in, and that ball's out of play again. So throw in. I don't know if Martin Ford actually flicked that on, but whatever. Gareth Griffiths has got a touch to it. And very quickly releasing Andy Hill. Plays it along the floor. Naylor being forced back. Turns Tony Naylor. Hill, well, got it wrong there between Tony Naylor and Andy Hill. And Everton clear the danger. Amakachi flicked on, but that's Neil Aspin's ball. He just plays it back upfield. Tony Naylor out jumped. Andy Porter though brings it down. Short ball to Steve Guppy. Good control by Steve Guppy. Turned John Everett very well indeed. Foyle just took that ball just a little bit too far. Bogey dives in. Guppy with the header. And Alan Tankard plays it back to Steve Guppy. Lovely turn of foot. Andy Porter. Well, wasted too much time. Matt Jackson coming in there and taking the ball off him. Now he got Kanchelskis. But Steve Guppy just sticks a leg out. And, well, Alan Tankard, the referee, Mr. Reid, wants a word with him.
I think that was just a bit clumsy, Mick. I don't think there's anything particularly malicious about that tackle. Just early cup tie nerves, going in a little bit hard. But it's resulted in a free kick, of course. Watson's taken to the edge of the area. But the danger's cleared.
Good interception that there by Alan Tankard. But the final delivery let him down. But right on the halfway line, number 15, Matt Jackson. Stewart playing it back to Watson. He's going to play it back to Neville Southall. Neville Southall once had a loan spell here at Port Vale some years ago. And I think it'd be fair to say that we launched him onto greater things, and what a fine ambassador for the game Neville Southall is. But Everton just playing the ball around at the back, trying to slow the tempo down. Vale really have gone at them, Simon, in this opening 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes.
Well, it's the reverse of what I was anticipating, actually. I thought Everton had come straight out, but like I say, that hasn't happened. Vale seem to have them by the scruff of the neck at the moment.
Offside flag there against Daniel Amakachi. And anyone watching this and who are watching Everton, the Premiership contract Daniel Amakachi on is an absolute
Oh, that was a nice ball.
dream for footballers to aspire to. But a very experienced player. But Everton still in Vale's half. Comes off Tankard, and Tank's there just using Kanchelskis to put that ball out. Goal kick to Port Vale. Someone over on the far side there, Simon, I've just heard say, come on Vale. And well, that's what the FA Cup's about really, isn't it?
Yeah.
And for a club like Port Vale especially, to be in the 4th round, it's a lifeline to them. Well, who knows? They want to...
There's virtually nobody for Everton in the box there, Mick. You got Kanchelskis on his own, and he didn't seem to have much appetite for it. It was quite surprising.
Well, much has been said about Duncan Ferguson, but he's out through injury, and they do look a bit lost. But a shot coming in there, and again, I think it's... was it John Ebrell? Trying another one. On target, it was dipping, but
Fell wide.
on this occasion, it wasn't to be. He'll just knuckle down and try and have another attempt, but Paul Musselwhite gets us underway again. Easily intercepted there by Craig Short. But straight out, Andy Hill. Finds McCarthy. McCarthy tries to flick it back. Ebrell takes it off him, plays it forward. And Graham Stewart.
Ball's out of play.
Well, it was out of play, and Vale wasting no time. McCarthy, lovely little flick. Foyle plays it on, but too much pace on it there for Tony Naylor. But what a good understanding Tony Naylor and Martin Foyle have for Port Vale. Scoring the goals regularly. Andy Porter there, trying to bring it down, too much bounce on it. Ball comes out to Matt Jackson. Plays it down the line, but intended for Kanchelskis, but straight out. And that's Alan Tankard's wall for the throw-in. You've got Steve Guthrie there. Martin Foyle, he's long throw for Foyle, flicked on. Tony Naylor, chest it down. Lose out. Andy Porter dives in there. And well, what's been given there? Well, the foul against Barry Horn by Andy Porter is quickly taken. And McCatchy and Aspin having a tussle. And the linesman there pointing to the corner flag, and the referee agreeing with him. So the first corner for Everton after 9.5 minutes in this first half here at Vale Park. This FA Cup 4th round replay. Vale pulling everyone back into the box. And Andy Hinchcliffe, the man. It's a poor corner, headed out by McCarthy, picked up by Kanchelskis. Hinchcliffe again plays it in. Headed out by, well, good play by Vale. Lovely build-up movement. Now McCarthy now. Well, took it too far, and Andrei Kanchelskis, like lightning clear, coming back up the field and playing that ball to Southall.
Yeah, Shane showed a bit too much of that one to Horn, didn't he, in the end.
Well, a bit of pushing and shoving there, and that certainly must be a Vale kick. John Ebrell there, just tugging away at the shirt of Alan Tankard, and a free kick to Port Vale. Crowd estimate, Simon, I would say a very healthy 20,000. Would you agree?
I would say it's got to be. We can't see how many people are in this stand below us, but all the other stands looking pretty much packed out. I'd be surprised if we weren't for a tie like this.
John McCarthy twisting, turning, brings it under control, finds Andy Porter. Porter lays it back to Tankard. Tankard to Guppy. Well, what can Steve Guppy do? Turns his man nicely. Lovely play inside Jackson and Konchelskis. Threads it through to Martin Foyle. And Simon, I think, was that offside or not?
Well, it was certainly more marginal that decision. I went with the linesman on the previous decision, but I think he just timed his run right there. So I thought that was a lovely through ball. But we're going to see certainly a chance there. It wasn't to be.
Neville Southall, ahead of Neil Aspin, straight back to Barry Horn. Well, unattractive football, the ball back in Everton's half, that's how Port Vale like it. And Neville Southall, huge clearance upfield. Gareth Griffiths, flicked on by McCarthy, Naylor chases. Craig Short there, tidying up at the back when he's been forced into a corner. He concedes. Straight out into the railway stand for the throw-in. Tony Naylor did very well there, just boxed his man into that far corner in between the Hamel Road and railway stands. Vale win the throw-in, quickly taken, and John McCarthy. Good skill by McCarthy, chips it in, no one there. Konchelskis chests it down, and in one movement he's away. Look at the speed of that boy. Tries to play it through for Amakashi and Tankard. Well, it was a good interception, but a poor pass, and Everton coming forward again. Horn, Amakachi, Aspin, that's out. Amakachi with the throw. Finds Jackson. Back to Barry Horn. Amakachi intercept by Andy Porto. Ref waves play on. Still Amakachi. Takes the return. Tankard, well, Paul Musselwhite concedes the corner, but Port Vale, I think, Simon, on that occasion, guilty of just thinking, well, Amakachi's beaten here, and his pace, he just like in a flash, he was onto that ball. They've got to watch out for that.
Yeah, I thought they'd saved the situation there, but I think I perhaps slipped off Musselwhite's foot. It looked like the right thing to do.
Hinchcliffe, safe handling by Paul Musselwhite. That poor ball came over, it was whipping in there, and it was travelling too, and Paul Musselwhite, no mistake. Route one ball, Konchelskis, went straight to Aspin, Tankard, Porter, back to Aspin. Intercepted there by Matt Jackson. He's round Guppy, plays it forward, Tankard perfectly positioned. Naylor lays it off, but too short on that ball. And Jackson slices that out for the throw-in. Tony Naylor, Ian Bogey, not been in this game. John Rudge picked him as the playmaker ahead of Ray Walker. He's not got going yet, he's got to make a contribution. Ian Bogey, of course, scored the equaliser a couple of weeks ago. Martin Foyle scoring the other one. So we suggested it's Vale's own version of the professionals. Bogey and Foyle with Everton in command at the minute. Played in, Stewart flicks it on, Porter tidies up at the back. A bit of sixes and sevens there between Porter and Musselwhite. They're having a dig at each other. Graham Stewart played back, Tankard now. He's switched sides, he's going to play that out. Throw in again to Everton. Dave Unsworth, John Ebrell, played in for Martin Foyle defending there. No Vale player to pick up the loose ball. Dave Watson, Jackson, Amakachi, back to Jackson. Amakachi made the run on, playing it back. Everton with men over. Good tackle coming in there from Tony Naylor. Everton wasting no time, and Steve Guppy, I think, very fortunate there to get the rebound off Amakachi.
Yeah, Everton seem to have picked up a gear at the moment, so let's see, let's hope they're going to make a game of it.
Well, it's one thing on in theory when you look at clubs in the Premiership and they're spending millions on quality players, and there's two out there for Everton there, Daniel Amakachi and Andrei Kanchelskis, and they cost frightening amounts of money. But you've only got to look at last night's result. Southampton beat Crewe. It was all over at half-time. Premiership club coasting it, and Crewe came back and played some lovely football. And as we know, Port Vale are more than capable of playing some beautiful football out here. And good sweeping pass there by Tankard, finds Andy Hill back in the centre. Good run on by Ian Bogie. Still Ian Bogie. Fires a shot. That's in the net. Ian Bogie, 17 minutes gone. And not 2 minutes ago, Simon was saying he had to make more of an impact into this game. And Ian Bogie, we love you here at Port Vale. Port Vale 1, Everton 0. And what an absolute gem. He did it at Goodison Park 3 weeks ago. Look at this, Simon, coming up on the video. Bang! Straight past Southall and straight into the back of that net.
You could see that was going to be a goal as soon as he hit it. You won't see many better goals than that anywhere in the league this month. Not many better than that this season, I wouldn't imagine. Superb strike from Ian Bogie.
But Everton's
absolutely superb, and that's going to set this game alight.
Well, what an absolute peach of a goal by Ian Bogie. And manager John Rudge, certainly at this moment, will be justified in picking Ian Bogie ahead of Ray Walker as his playmaker. And I'm sure at the end of this video, George Andrews will certainly have something to say about that particular strike, because let's face it, it's not very often George is stuck for words, and I'm sure he's going to wax lyrical about Ian Bogie's goal, which gives Port Vale the lead here in this fourth round FA Cup tie. Replay here at Vale Park. Then comes the shot, but wide of the target there.
Well, that's got to be disheartening for Everton. As I was just saying, they were starting to get back into the game, and then bang, straight in the back of the net from Ian Bogie. Cracking goal, just when they started to look like they were playing better, and maybe even thought that they were going to get the better of Vale in this half, but how wrong they were.
Well, Paul Musselwhite with the goal kick, and McCatchy flicks on. Tankard, clearance header. Watson, very precise, finding Barry Horn, who gets it back to Dave Watson. And well, Kanchelskis there, just holding Alan Tankard. Free kick awarded to Port Vale. Paul Musselwhite, the man to take it. And well, you can bet your life, Simon, Vale fans will want the final whistle to go now.
Yeah, I think so. I'm just glad the camera wasn't in the booth of this today, because the picture would just have been a blur after we were jumping up and down from that strike.
Well, Musselwhite finds Foyle. Foyle lays it back to Andy Hill.
Oh.
Hill tries to lay it in. Ian Bogie slides in. But Everton clear the danger. Goes all the way back to Aspin. First time touch. And it must be said, against Sunderland on Saturday, Neil Aspin made a very welcome return to partner Gareth Griffiths in defence, and by all accounts sterling performance by him, and that's just what you need, someone of Neil Aspin's experience at times like this. But Everton have hoofed that ball into the railway stand. It's a throw into Port Vale. It's Port Vale 1, Everton 0. Andy Hill the man on the ball. Hill to Naylor, back to Andy Hill. Infield to the goal scorer, Bogie. He plays it through to McCarthy. A nutmeg by John McCarthy. Body sliding in there, still McCarthy. Well, the referee there saying that John McCarthy, just illegal use of his right hand there in holding the player back. And Everton wasting no time bidding this ball forward. Amakachi holds the ball up well. Cuts it back, Porter dives in there. Bogie, Aspin, Steve Guppy. Played well, trying to find Martin Foyle, intercepted very nicely there by Matt Jackson. There's Kanchelskis now, he's going to line one up. Kanchelskis, well, that would have been a very nice 3 points to Wigan. As it is, it's a goal kick to Port Vale. And Kanchelskis there, he'd done all the work, Simon. You think a player of his calibre would have done better than that.
Well, I was getting a bit worried there, I must admit. He was cutting through into a good shooting position there, hit the ball very hard. If that would have been on target, Musselwhite would have done well to save it, I think.
As it is, Paul Musselwhite takes the goal kick, and that's coming all the way back to him. Well, and Makachi bearing down on Aspin. Good header by Foyle. Naylor chases. Powerful header back though by Craig Short. And Southall wasting no time. Look at that Tankard, powerful header up. Well, Vale back in possession. Guppy, well, one ringmaster to another. Steve Guppy, Porter in. Good turn by Kanchelskis. Andy Porter came biting in at his ankles, just skipped over him, played a lovely pass, and Everton coming forward now. Dave Unsworth plays it down to Graham Stewart. Stewart back to Hinchcliffe. Over it comes. Tanks with the header. And Andy Hill. Naylor. Lovely ball by Naylor. It's 2 on 2. Naylor though just didn't have the legs there. But what a delightful little touch by Tony Naylor there to flick that ball on free and bogey, Simon.
Absolutely fantastic. I thought we were looking at the second goal there. But it wasn't to be. Go back on the attack with Everton. Oh, we were.
Well, surely he's in the book, Matt Jackson. The camera doesn't lie. Right. When this replay comes up, you'll see Mr. Reid with the yellow card in his hand having a word with Matt Jackson. He's no doubt saying it wasn't me, ref, it was an accident.
Nice to see him happy in his work though, smile on his face.
But here we go, round one side, elbow out, arms in the air.
What me, ref?
Free kick to the Vale. And 1-0. Musselwhite. Good jump there by Unsworth, but only goes as far as Hill. Hill to McCarthy. Dummies his man very nicely. And he's kept it in, but good recovery there by Dave Unsworth. Excellent piece of defending by the Everton man. Tony Naylor, silky skill, takes a deflection. Watson with a header. Back to bogey. It wasn't to me this time. Steve Guppy, what's he waiting for? Well, he's floated it in. John Ebrill's the man who's put it out for a corner, but Simon, what was he waiting for?
That wanted a first time. I thought, this is it. This is definitely the second. He's going to slam this. Top corner. No messing. 2-0. And I just don't know what was going through his mind. He lost his nerve and then he didn't know what to do with it. But, he's won the corner anyway by a fairly strange route. The ball comes over now. Headed clear, only as far as bogey. Oh, but he's let it bounce out. Misjudged that one slightly. And Amakachi's picked up the loose ball to Kanchelskis. He's tried to find Stewart, but that one's cut out by Tanker, but he's shown too much of that for Jackson, and we're back with Stewart again on the right wing. See what he can do with this one. Cuts inside. Finds Horn. Horn pushes it out to Jackson, and he's deflected cross. Just kept in, was it? Well, certainly the fans behind the goal thought that Paul Musselwhite had saved that from going over the line. The linesman didn't. And he was in a good position to see that. So it's corner to Everton. It's going to be taken by Andy Hinchcliffe. And it's another 4-1, but he's going to get a second bite at the cherry. Ball came off McCarthy. It's headed out again and cleared by Porter. All the way back into the Everton half. To Unsworth, and Unsworth's giving it back to Southall, who plays a rather long-winded 1-2 with him. Knocks it down the centre of the field, trying to find Stewart. It's headed out by Griffiths.
Well, John McCarthy there, infield to Ian Bogey, tries to sweep it over. Well, Foyle look at, well, surely can Chelsea just clip Martin Foyle's heels there. Never mind though, Simon. Alan Tankard up to Foyle. Foyle, well, played it to Naylor. Naylor tried to get it through to Andy Porter, but Everton stemmed the attack, and the ball now with Neville Southall. Long ball by Southall. Ian Bogey collects this, plays it back to Gareth Griffiths, and McCarthy, well, up go the heads. Foyle out jumped by Watson. Foyle looks to the referee, but in vain.
Foyle outclimbed by Watson, I think, there, perhaps.
And Tankard hoofs a long ball into Everton territory. Watson helps it back to Southall, and he clears it upfield.
And Aspin gets the head on it. Guppy knocks it downfield, but there's nobody there. Naylor jogs after it. It's going to be cleared easy enough by Watson, but only as far as Guppy. To Porter. Porter trying to get Guppy moving again. Guppy wins the throw. Oh. Well, I thought he'd won the throw. Strange decision, that one, Mick.
Well, it came off a blue player, a blue shirt, without a doubt.
Never mind.
Oh, lovely skill there by Stewart, finding Amakachi. But even better skill by Andy Hill. But he's just hoofed it out of play into the Lawn Street bycars end. And the drums start up.
That's a sound you don't hear very often at Vale Park.
Well, the full-time whistle would be very welcome indeed. That would be very nice to listen to. As it is, Everton in possession, and Barry Horn now. What can he do? He's got the playmaker's shirt on, and he finds Matt Jackson. In comes Tanks, clears the danger, throw into Everton.
And there's going to be a substitution. Fairly early in the day.
Well,
oh, yeah. It's
number 4, Dave Unsworth, coming off.
Do you think it's a bit early for a tactical substitution? You think he must be injured? Was he carrying an injury, Mick, do you know?
I don't know. You don't know whether it's a tactical switch by Joe Royle, but certainly
It's very early for that, isn't it?
Poor ride out, wealth of experience, and a dangerous man to have on the front line of attack. But Joe Royle was seen fit for whatever reason, and certainly I'm hoping it's not an injury to David Unsworth, but poor ride out takes his place. Everton in possession, and Dave Watson, the skipper, playing it there out to the left, play back into the centre. Just playing it about there at the back, Everton at the moment, trying to build, to slow the tempo of this game, keep possession from Barry Horn. Short ball to Jackson. Kanchelskis, Porter nips him, but just look how quick Andrei Kanchelskis is. His timing is absolutely perfect. But Dave Watson again, centre field controlling, plays it out to his left. Pinchcliffe. In goes Hill, and as Amakachi gets onto his feet, just off camera shot there. Everton with the throw in. The score, Port Vale 1, Everton 0. First Team Television, as always, bringing you live exclusive coverage with myself, Mike Mackey, and Simon Keeling.
Oh, that's a dangerous one.
Well, Tony Naylor.
Oh, dear. Well,
Naylor took 2 chances at that. He's got the corner, but
known where the ball was then.
oh, did my heart stop?
Yours, I don't know what happened. Yours stopped. I don't know what happened to Southall.
But Everton with a dreadful mix-up, but Ian Bogey plays it back to John McCarthy. He's going to take this to the line. Can he get the crossover? Well, out of play, goal kick to Everton, but certainly what were Everton playing at there, Simon?
I have no idea. They're falling apart here, aren't they? I don't know whether it's substitutions confuse things in defence or what, but they didn't seem to know what they were doing there with that
Well,
back
you
pass,
can see
and,
it.
they certainly...
You can see it here, Naylor just got a toe.
Southall very, very lucky.
But Everton on the attack. Graham Stewart, chance to one each, and he has. Did it take a deflection? But one thing we do know, after 31 minutes, Everton have pulled level through Graham Stewart. He's had 2 chances so far this evening, and he made no mistake with that one. Did it take a touch off Aspin? Neil Aspin lunges in, and it did. It came off Aspin's right leg, just went over the outstretched Paul Musselwhite, and the score at Vale Park. Port Vale 1, Everton 1, and a foul there by Andy Porter on Barry Horn. The referee saying he wants it taken again. There was a rolling ball, and I'm sure...
Well, that's a tragedy, Mick, that really is. From being in a position where they're so close to going 2-0 up, and straight after that they're back on level terms. Well, let's hope that hasn't affected the morale of Vale as
well,
Everton get back on the attack again.
Stewart really, when John Rudge looks at the replay,
And here's the new man
he was in acres of space there. Neil Aspin made a valiant effort there. And just look at that.
So far off,
Andy Hinchcliffe with an absolute screamer from 35 yards. But
and that was
going wide of the mark.
Replay there. Paul Musselwhite was stranded. That wasn't very far off at all, and that would have been a travesty if Everton had gone 2-1 up at this stage, because they certainly don't deserve to be in the lead. But now, oh dear me, and he definitely timed his run well.
Well, Martin Foyle there.
Certainly looked like he timed his run right there, Martin Foyle.
Very unlucky.
He's getting no favours off that linesman, is he, Mick?
None whatsoever, Simon, but it must be said, Port Vale more than holding their own. I mean, Everton at the moment going with a good league run. They're up to 8th position at the moment. And after a bit of a spluttering start by Joe Royle, he's suddenly turning it around. The injury crisis is easing up, but there's been an infringement there. Everton 35 yards out, just to the right of Paul Musselwhite's goal, as Everton attack the Sentinel stand end of the ground. Now we've got Konchelskis and we've got Hinchcliffe. We know Hinchcliffe can actually hit one. He's just done so. But
as well, we saw one earlier
Hinchcliffe, and well, goal kick to the Vale, pulled it wide. Got 34 minutes gone here at Vale Park, and what an atmosphere it is. Port Vale taking the lead through Ian Bogey, but Everton was pulling back with a Graham Stewart goal. Took a deflection off Neil Aspin, but Port Vale very much in this cup tie. Paul Musselwhite flicked on by McCarthy and cleared back upfield by Everton. Griffiths with the header, and poor ride out there. McCarthy trying to play it to Foyle, but Everton concede and come out to play by, well, was it a Vale throw or an Everton throw? I thought Craig Short actually put that out of play. Linesman and the referee think otherwise. It's a throw in to Everton, and Hinchcliffe plays it forward, flicked on Bogey. Nice back flick, but well, Graham Stewart there holding Ian Bogey back, and a free kick to the Vale.
Well, the Everton fans certainly getting back into song, Mick. They're taking heart from that equaliser.
It's always good to see. It's a good cup atmosphere between the two sets of fans. It's been played in the right spirit. But Ian Bogey for Port Vale now being forced to backpedal. Guppy screaming for the ball, but Vale not delivering, and Everton coming forward again. Good interception there by Aspin. Tankard to Foyle, to Guppy, and that's a Vale throw. Tanks plays it to Naylor, cuts inside, Tony Naylor. Guppy Crosses it, no one there. McCarthy though picks up the loose ball. It's a good cross in, up goes Royle. But there was only one player there to pick that ball out. That was Neville Southall, and he's wasted no time playing Andrei Kanchelskis, finding Daniel Amakachi. Neil Aspin. Well, just look how quick this lad is. Amakachi, but the final ball lets him down. Tanks to Steve Guppy. Guppy upfield to Naylor. Good header by Tony Naylor to foil.
Beautiful.
Naylor onside. Oh, Tony Naylor! Oh, how he looked. Well, generous applause there from Naylor to Martin Ford, but look at this.
Turn him one
Jackson
way.
Chasing, Craig Short turns both of them, fires in a left foot shot and just skews it just round the post.
Curved like a banana, that one, Mick. He wanted to hit that one hard and low, I think, from that position. Southall standing up, but it's easy for us to say it. Standing up here watching, he turned the defender inside out there, Craig Short. And I thought he was certainly going to get a shot on target. But anyway, we're back with Everton pushing forward. Into the Vale danger area. Shot comes in. Oh, well held there. 5-ball Musselwhite. Shot from John Eberl. Worked his way into the box nicely there. Got a powerful shot in, but in the end it was a bit too close to Musselwhite. It wasn't a difficult save, but he held on to it nicely. Could easily have spun out of his hands, rubbing his gloves. So must be quite slippy, that ball. He's launched the ball downfield now. McCarthy, bogey, and Naylor tries to turn it. And that's back to the safety of Neville Southall. Pushes it down the right towards Kanchelskis, heads on. Looking for the return from right out, substitute, but instead pushes it across field to Averell. And Stewart's lost the ball there. Now Guppy with a chance to push forward. Got Foyle in support, but he's well marked. Gonna have to go alone, and that's a strange sort of cross-come shot. I'm not quite sure what it was, Mick. Were you any idea on that?
I think he was trying to pick out Foyle. I think he actually thought the forwards are just that extra yard in front of where they actually were, but nonetheless, Steve Guppy showing he can actually take on Premier opposition and actually beat them, and they certainly won't be too downhearted about that. But Andy Porter back to McCarthy, and the ball out of play, so bring us a goal, Simon.
Well, I'll do my best, Mick. But,
for Vale, that is.
Well, quite. Yeah, you're the one who brought the goal for us in the initially. But Vale still pressing to get that lead back. But this time the lines are cleared with a long ball. Griffiths gets on the end of it, puts it out. So it's a throw right on halfway to Everton. Right out, heads it back. Able to chase, but he's lost out. Chance now for Bogey to build something, and he pushes the ball forward, and now that looked offside for me, but Foyle's got to get around Southall. He handled it. Did he handle outside the area then?
Well, McCarthy with the initial shot there. Southall very lucky again. Came back to Naylor, miscued it completely. But oh, that could have been 2-1, Simon. Yeah. It could have been 2-1. Well, let's have a look at the replay.
Oh no, it's his foot.
No, it was his foot.
Standing, it looked,
look at that. Southall skies it.
Very, very lucky.
In comes Naylor, bump, well wide of the mark.
Well, they're not having the run of the luck, although I must say, I thought that was offside. Certainly compared to some of the other decisions we've seen tonight.
Never.
Including that one.
Never.
Including that one. Well, just as I say that, he goes and does a classic. But Barry Horn now trying to set Amakachi on the run. And Athley's fallen over now. Amakachi's adjudged to have pushed him. He's not happy about that decision. Gone over towards the linesman as if to say, no way. I think he was after this foul himself there as he tumbled over Aspin, but well, decision there by the referee, aided by the linesman, or the other way around?
It's part and parcel of the modern game now to try and win at all costs, but fortunately good refereeing by Mr. Reid. And as I say that, Port Vale commit a crime right in front of the aforesaid gentleman.
Well, I don't know, from here it looked like a bit of leaning on, but never mind. Alright, wrong position. It's been a stickler for that so far this match, hasn't he, Mr. Reid?
Well, of course, Port Vale certainly wouldn't think of taking any free kicks with the moving ball.
Of course.
Ian Bogey might disagree after the first leg at Goodison Park, but the referee having none of it here. Over it comes. Paul Musselwhite with a good shout, a good catch, and a very good clearance upfield. Over Tony Naylor, Watson with a header. And Paul Musselwhite's opposite number 1, Neville Southall. We're going to try his luck. Will it be the short ball or the route one?
Well, Southall doesn't look any hurry to get the game going at all. Perhaps he'd be glad to go in at, or even relieved to go in at half-time on level terms. What's he given this time? Holding by Griffiths.
I think
6 of one and half dozen of the other, do you think, Mick?
Bit of a high foot there by Gareth Griffiths. The referee not taking into account the height difference there. Got 42 minutes gone in the first half. Port Vale 1,
well,
Everton
hit it from out here, are they?
1. Was Hinchliffe going to have a go? He certainly is. Let's take the deflection. And Guppy, well, he can't keep it in. It's a corner to Everton. It's the same again, Simon. Andy Hinchliffe coming over to take the corner.
Yeah, and let's hope they can keep this one out. Certainly don't want to... It's a shame that they'll be going into half-time on level terms, so we certainly don't want to go in 2-1 down. So let's see if we can clear this. Oh, and a good defensive header there by Griffiths, but the referee's blowing for an infringement. Came flying in then.
Graham Stewart there just having a word with the referee, just off camera shot. But Mr. Reid showing no nonsense here at Vale Park.
I think he was saying, Mick, it's a fair cop, Gov.
Calm down, calm down. I don't know. But what it must be said, it does make a very welcome change under difficult circumstances which referees find themselves in nowadays. They're under scrutiny from the media, from cameras and microphones positioned all over the ground, but I think Mr. Reid this evening doing a sterling job with Everton. On the attack, Kanchelskis offside, and Mr. Priest straight in the air with his flag stinging the offside. The referee there with his arm in the air, off camera shot. There's Paul Musselwhite.
It's the last minute of the first half, Mick. Barring injury time, there hasn't been much injury time that I can recall.
Very good, clean, good, open, very honest match, I think, and well worth, I think, the admission money, and that alone, you can tell by the crowd here this evening. Port Vale with the throw-in.
Working their way down the touchline rugby style.
Royle through to Naylor, and was he brought down? He's appealing for the penalty. The referee's having none of it. And maybe Tony Naylor, on reflection, I think he should have just maybe tried to stab a toe out at that. But the ball now back in Port Vale's own half, and Neil Aspin coming forward, playing it to his left.
It may not have been a penalty, but I certainly don't think he threw himself on the floor. I'd like to see that again in replay.
It must be said, Port Vale playing some lovely one-touch football. Look at Steve Guppy.
Oh,
lovely play,
stuff.
Lovely play.
Oh, and then he just
tried to drag it.
Tried to do too much. And now we've got problems.
Graham Stewart, Amakachi off to his left, finds him. There's a runner going over on the overlap. Amakachi makes his way forward, and the referee deciding that for the first half at least, that's it. Port Vale 1, Everton 1. An all-round good first half performance by Port Vale. Well, welcome back to second half commentary. This FA Cup fourth round replay between Port Vale and Everton. the scores at the moment after the first half. Port Vale 1, Everton 1. And both teams suitably refreshed. No doubt tactical talk in the dressing room between both teams and their respective managers. Everton to kick off, and Simon, who'll be a brave man to predict the score.
It certainly will. I mean, it's very, very even first half, and if anything, I thought Vale slightly shaded it. Just looking across to see if there are any substitutions. Can't see any at the moment. And the game gets underway. Back heel by Rideout. Back to Ebrel. Working it across the defence to Watson. And out to Jackson. Jackson's going to put it long. McCarthy to chase, but Griffiths heads that out. First throw of the half. For Everton. Working down that right side. Guppy trying to get in there. Kanchelski's looking for some support. Gets it in the end from Barry Horn. Who gives it to Ebrel? Working across the left now. There with Hinchcliffe. Hinchcliffe cuts it inside the middle. Pushes it back to Ebrel. He's in some space. And he's trying to find Kanchelskis on the right. She has. Oh, into shot. Nice step over there by Amakachi. And Stewart fired the shot in. Which Musselwhite pushed over his bar. Powerful shot.
But Simon, look at the alarming gap.
Yeah.
There between Amakachi
Nice
and Stewart. Where was the defender? And Paul Musselwhite there to the rescue.
Yeah, it's a bit worrying, but the cross is going over now, and it's headed on, it's kicked off the line! And the Vale at 6s and 7s at the start of this.
And McCarthy.
But now we're breaking with McCarthy. Well, we were breaking. Griffiths now, knocks a long ball. Finds the goal scorer, Bogey. He tries to find his captain, but they're working it all the way back into their own half. Tankard, back to Porter. And to Guppy on that side, beats his man nicely, Jackson. Heading towards the area, puts a cross in. Boyle heads it, and it's... Oh! Southall scrambling there. I think he'd got it covered in the end. But from this angle, it looks suspiciously like it might creep into the corner. Looking at the monitor, Southall, having seen it on the monitor there, Southall pulled his hand out of the way just in time, so he got it covered, but it was a nice diving header.
Good opening start.
Very low.
Good opening start to the second half.
Well, we've had two chances at either end there, and it's only, into the 3rd minute of the half. Vale now working out with Tankard. Royle goes down. The referee waves play on. The ball goes straight up in the air. Stewart pulls it down. And we're back with Hinchcliffe. Stewart, McCatchy. He can try and get round Griffiths. And he's managed to thread the ball through in the end. Stewart's going to put a cross in. That should be Musselwhite and Ayres. Holds on to that well. Danger then was Rideout coming in. If he'd just managed to nip in a bit quicker, we could have seen that.
It's the defence again. Andy Hill and Gareth Griffiths there. Just both of them going for one man, allowing Stewart to go in on the overlap unmarked, and Paul Musselwhite, well, it's a good job for Port Vale that he had that ball read.
Good. And there's one of those players you mentioned, Andy Hill, and the ball's been knocked forward. That's knocked out to the safety of a throw-in by Hinchcliffe. He's going to take by Andy Hill, throws it in the area towards Naylor. Naylor turns again, pushes it out there to McCarthy. McCarthy's put it behind the goal, I think, yeah, judging by the groans of the crowd. Good chance there, gone begging. Wasn't under a great deal of pressure, must just slice that slightly. So it's going to be a goal kick. Neville Southall. Just seeing the replay of clearance off the line. As the goal kick comes over. And Aspin gets a head on it. And Porter. Royle flicks it on for Guppy to chase. And he's just been to it by Jackson, who shepherds it out for the throw. Guppy is looking to take the throw quickly, is he? No, he isn't. Decides to give it to Tankard. Porter in support. And he decides to throw long into the area. Has a chance, Porter, and he didn't quite get hold of that one. He had to wait for it to drop into position, and in the end it was just a little uppy, so he had to ease up on his shot, and in the end it was easy for Southall. But we're back with Vale in possession. Tankard putting it forward. Porter in a battle for it there. But it's all a bit scrappy in midfield, and in the end it breaks back out to Southall.
But good play by Watson there, using his experience there just to calm things down. Players going in left and right, and Watson, experienced calm head there, just taps it back to Southall.
Who's launched it downfield, and Port Vale win the free kick. Pushing presumably. And it's going to be Southall's opposite number. Who's going to take it? And not happy with it on that blade of grass. Just to move it back 6 inches. And knocks it down to the left. No one can pick that up until it comes back out again. And bogeys, but he's dwelled too long on that. And a nice little touch by Amakachi. He's looking for the return, and he's got it via Tankard. Horn and Stewart in the box, and he's looking for them, and Stewart might get a head on it, but he doesn't. Well headed out for a corner by Andy Hill. And dangerous moments these. And
I think the referee there signalling for an offside decision.
The referee's attention's been drawn to the linesman, which I didn't see either.
But Andy Hinchcliffe there, very unsportingly, he placed the ball for the corner, and he's just tapped that just halfway between the spot the referee pointed to and Paul Musselwhite. But Musselwhite back now.
Good defensive header though by Hill there, even though it wasn't offside.
Excellent, but that's why John Rudge there decided to invest a substantial amount of money in Andy Hill. Well, it's substantial by Port Vale standards, but he's got the experience, he's got the temperament for the big occasion, and there we saw a perfect example why. But Port Vale with a free kick. Simon, what's going to happen off this one?
Chip it to the edge of the box, I would imagine, and there's a header on the end of it, but that's easy for Southall. Gareth Griffiths, the man who got up for that. Southall more than equal to that effort. And he knocks it downfield, and that's straight to Guppy. Controls it nicely and releases Foyle. And Foyle's well, it's fallen over, and he isn't complaining too much, so can't feel that he was fouled. But the ball given away there to McCarthy. They go to Bogey, push it out to the right to Hill, and he's trying to find Naylor there on the edge of the box, but he was cut out, but he's going to get another chance. But, as he gave it to McCarthy, McCarthy got a bit of a push in the back by John Eberl. The free kick's been taken quickly. Foyle turns nicely. There's a chance to shoot for Guppy. It should be goal. Oh!
Tony Naylor!
Dear me!
Oh, the little man!
How that stayed out of the net, I just do not know.
The little man there. Oh, a centimetre away from just tipping that into the net. But again, as in Goodison, as the replay comes over there, Guppy in space, bang, over it goes, and look at that. Oh,
dear me.
How close and how unlucky Tony Naylor is. Guppy there just
should
applauding.
Have been on target though, really. Guppy, from the time he'd got, it really should have been on target. Do you not feel, mate?
Well, without a doubt. I mean, it's another wasted chance, but at the end of the day, it's one each. We're not behind, but certainly we could have had 3.
You can't let chances like this go begging in a cup tie when you're up against Premier League opposition. Let's hope that Everton don't make them pay for it. But now with Amakachi. Horn. Back to Amakachi. No doubt back to Horn again. Unless he beats... Yeah, back to Horn. And a nice one too. And he's This is dangerous. Stewart has turned his man. Is he going to get a shot in? Aspin dives in. The ball's cleared. But it's still not out of danger yet. And Craig short to Kanchelskis. Right out now, and he's pushed a lovely ball through. And this is going to come to Amakachi. And well, I don't know quite what he was doing there.
Well, I think his face says it all there, Simon. But look at this, that ball played out into space, past Griffiths, past
so
Aspin, and Amakachi just, well, tipped it straight out. But one thing I did notice earlier on, just before that move, the way that Amakachi just ghosted past Gareth Griffiths. Class player, class player.
Certainly is, and there's another infringement, this time by Foyle. Oh dear, and the referee's not going to like that one very much. Little Kanchelskis takes the free kick and hits him on the back of the head.
I'm just wondering what, sorry.
Oh, he did enjoy that actually, they're both having a good laugh about it.
Sorry ref, in Russian.
Now Guppy's got to see if he can get this ball out of danger. And a bit of confusion with himself and Tankard. Amakachi's coming in, that should be Musselwhite, and it is. Amakachi jumps over him. Could have been nasty that, but he decided not to press home the attack too hard. Realised Musselwhite was slightly there before him. That kick wasn't particularly long, and the ball back in the danger area for Vale. Tidied up by Porter, knocked downfield by Aspin, and headed out for a throw by Craig Short. Quickly taken. Naylor back to Aspin. Aspin gives it back to Tankard, and that's to nobody in particular other than Dave Watson, and he's knocking it straight back to where it came from. Ramakachi though, back again, the fans didn't like that. And the referee seemed to indicate that he was using his arm on Gareth Griffiths. Amakachi asking him what's going on. Well, the free kick now taken by Musselwhite, working it out to the right here. McCarthy picks it up, knocked out there, wins the throw. Best thing to do in that situation, he got no support. Gives chance for the Vale to build up an attack. Andy Hill now. Back to McCarthy, and he nutmegs Hinchcliffe. Foyle has a chance to take that ball on, but he was beaten to it there by Craig Short for another throw further downfield. Again, it's going to be taken by Andy Hill. We get the return ball off Foyle, checks back, gives it to Foyle. Foyle gets a deflected cross, and a bit of confusion in defence there. Southall looks to get away with it. Bogey picks it up, falls over. Can he get it to another Vale player? He can't, and Amakachi now running powerfully down this left. 3 against 4. He's going to try and take him on his own. He finds Everall. Is Everall going to shoot? That's Kanchelskis. He's into the area, making himself some space. This is dangerous. Oh, and it just dodged behind Amakachi, but it's still not away, and that's easy meat for Musselwhite from Stewart. And now we have Vale on the attack. And Naylor's moving into some space, as is McCarthy. McCarthy's going towards the area. It's got Naylor on the... And Guppy coming in! Oh, and it's superb effort and an excellent save there by Southall. Read that situation superbly. Got right into position, saw where the shot would be going. And that's experienced goalkeeping for you, Mick.
That was an absolute world-class save. And I know it's a cliche, but that was the difference between your ordinary jobbing keeper and one who just goes on to great things in the game. But what a lovely weighted ball from John McCarthy to Steve Guppy. But Guppy powered that in, and here you go, McCarthy, right foot cross, in comes Guppy, bang, and look at that. Absolutely brilliant. Brilliant save, Neville Southall, it's got to be said.
Great cross, great shot, great save, just superb football. And let's see if we can see some more. Hill knocks it forward, but that's cleared by Hinchcliffe. Horn picks it up. And it's working out of defence, it just doesn't seem to be happening for the Vale at the moment. And now as Everall tries to release Stewart. Hill puts it out for the throw.
They've stepped it up a gear, haven't they, Simon? Everton.
They have, yes. Yes, but what happened last time we said that in the first half? They went one down. Let's hope that happens again. Working across through midfield nicely, but that wasn't particularly nice. The ball ran on to Aspin. He's got plenty of time. Too much time. They're not really sure what to do with it. McCarthy flicks it over the head of Hinchcliffe, and it's a back pass by Shorts. But Southall not fazed by back passes at all as the ball lands on top of the dugout. Mind you, I don't know whether you can call it a dugout, really, can you?
Well, it's the modern version, but certainly Andy Hill there will take some orders while he's right by the manager, John Rudge.
Throw taken. Hoof back downfield. Amakachi trying to get a boot on it. Aspin now knocks it straight down the centre of the park. Watson should clear this, and he does. Porter gets a head on it, but he's lost possession. So now with Horn. Horn to ride out. Out to Jackson. Jackson checks in back to Horn. And there's Stewart in loads of space out here on the left. He's gone to Hinchcliffe, and Hinchcliffe cuts inside. He's made himself some space. Pushes it through for Everall. Everall's going to get... No, well, did he get there before? Did he get the cross in before it went out?
Well, that's a borderline decision, Simon.
I think perhaps he did. Again, I don't think I'd argue. I think he just managed to get that cross in before the ball went out. So it is indeed a corner. Being taken by Hinchcliffe. And it's a deep one. Amakachi trying to get up for it. He didn't, but the ball's staying in that area. It's refusing to leave, but it's left now. And Naylor's going to take it further out. And a nice little flick for Guppy. Found himself in some space. He's on his own. If he can get into the area, he may have a chance to shoot. He's got to hold it up. He's going to try and beat two men. That's just too much to ask him.
Well, it's a good effort by Guppy, but again, that first touch by Tony Naylor. Guppy again loses out again. Amakachi plays it up, and Griffiths there just shadowing that ball to Paul Musselwhite. But lovely understanding with Tony Naylor and the wingmen and Martin Foyle.
It was beautiful. It was just the move was just so fast that they couldn't get men up in time. Had it been more central, then he could have gone on his own and perhaps fired a shot in, but he was just too far out to the left. 5 defenders closing down. But you do feel that a goal's got to come from one side or another. The pace is that frantic. As Gareth Griffiths knocks it forward. It's too high for Naylor to get up. And Everall knocks it long. Amakachi's chasing, but he's the man without any support this time. But doesn't matter anyway, as Aspin gets a boot on it first. And it's going to be Kanchelskis who takes the throw. No, it doesn't actually. He gives it to Jackson. Jackson to Amakachi. Amakachi turns, trying to get round Tankard. Tankard gets a boot on it, takes the throw further downfield. Again to be taken by Jackson. And he's going to take a long throw by the looks of it. Or maybe not, he can't make his mind up. Finds Rideout in the end. They get fed up with waiting, and Rideout looks like he lost control of that. Under pressure from Porter. And Vale get a chance to clear the lines. And quickly thrown back to Musselwhite. Everton a little bit slow to realise the opportunity. Joe Royle's not a happy man. He's come out of the dugout. It's shouting, pointing and throwing his head back in despair. So Hinchcliffe got a head on that, but he didn't know where it had gone, but he gets a boot on it and he knows where that's gone. It's gone straight to Paul Rideout. Finds Horn. Oh, and Kanchelskis had timed his run, but Horn didn't time his kick, so Kanchelskis had to hold back. Rideout now on the ball though. Back to Horn. Horn to Amakachi. Stewart's on some space. So Amakachi's not looking that way. Hinchcliffe. Hinchcliffe cuts inside. To Short. Short holding Foyle off there. Out on the left, and Stewart chasing that down. He's putting Aspin under pressure, and he may well have won the corner. And he has. been a little indecisive there. Maybe a first-time back pass would have been the answer.
Well,
Across
I think
the face of goal for Musselwhite to hoof downfield.
Well, I think with given the quality of the opposition, Simon, it was one of the usual things he'd see in the league. I think Paul Musselwhite would actually have come for that ball there, but they played safe. They conceded the corner,
and that's
but Paul
easy enough.
Musselwhite has that ball now.
And a nice quick throw out there. Gets Vale on the attack again. Naylor from the outside of his foot. Bogey, straight to Bogey. We've got Foyle in support. McCarthy running into the area. And he's going to fire a shot in. Oh my lord! That was almost better than the goal.
Well,
Picked his spot. And it took a superb save from Southall. And looking at Aiken's face, he looked up, he knew what he was doing, and that was fingertip stuff. Top draw save. We're seeing some superb football here at Vale Park today, Mick. Absolutely superb.
well, I think a lesser keeper, that would have just tipped over him and it would have been 2-1, but Southall, well, it speaks for itself. You said it all.
Short corner, and that's up in the air. It's cleared, but McCarthy's flicked it back towards Royle, but Everton should get this clear, and they do. And we're coming away with Ride out now. And he's looking for somebody to move into a position where he can pass to them, and nobody will, so he has to knock it back to Jackson. Jackson encouraging his players to move forward. He pushes it across to Hinchcliffe. Hinchcliffe's in plenty of space. He's got Stewart in a bit of space, finds him. Stewart cuts back inside. He's being shepherded by McCarthy. And a good tackle, but Stewart did well to react to that. But in the end he's tackled again well himself. And the ball goes out for a throw.
Gareth Griffiths there just displaying why he is being watched by talent scouts around the country. Two excellent, well-timed tackles there.
Vastly improved player, Gareth Griffiths. Oh, McCarthy's done well. Got it. Oh!
I thought he converted that into his own net for a minute.
I thought he was going to do it as well. But didn't he do well to get up from that tackle? A lot of players would have gone down, gone for the foul, but he just got up, carried on, and got a superb cross in.
66
you see
minutes.
So many of those go in the back of the net off the boot of the defender.
Well, Fairclough for Birmingham the other night went to clear one with his head, headed straight into the net. That could have so easily been pretty similar, but look at this, Porter there.
Shot in,
he has a go.
It's always worth an effort firing into a crowd of players. It can go anywhere. And now we've got a chance. I think Jackson's going to get there first. He does. But the danger's not gone away for Everton. Tankard now with a chance to throw. He's got Guppy in support. Naylor coming out towards him. Naylor's the one who picks it up. He's into the area. He's gone in further into the area. He's got a chance to shoot. And Boyle must... Oh, it's just not going to happen. I just don't know what they've got to do to score a goal tonight. Or score a second goal, rather.
Naylor's had a go at three. Ian Bogey's just missed one. Look at this, Naylor.
Superb.
He's caught in a ball trouble. Ball goes up in the air. He spots Martin Foyle. Deftest of touches there. Foyle. Bang!
Wow.
Straight over the bar.
It's just...
Oh.
That ball has got to go in the back of the net sometime soon, mate.
Well, hopefully it'll be in Neville Southall's net. But it must be said, the Vicars there, at all the efforts that have gone in by Port Vale, showing very generous support, very appreciative of this game tonight. But look at that.
We're on the attack again. Got two men through into the area. Scott to score! Yes! Yes, he has! McCarthy's got a goal! And you've got to say that was deserved. What did we say? It's got to go in the back of the net soon. And there we have it. Southall can't complain about that one. It's a beautiful move. Mick, how did you see that one?
Well, I actually caught my microphone as it went up in the air, but look at this, Guppy, bang, straight over. In comes his opposite wingman, boom, in up the post, round the back of the net and out over the line again.
I have to say, my heart was in my mouth when it hit the post. I thought, no, it's going to come out. But it didn't. It's in the back of the net, and Vale are back where they deserve, in the lead.
67 minutes. And it's Port Vale 2, Everton 1. First team television with the pictures. Myself, Mike Mackey and Simon Keeling, well, we're both just wanting the whistle to go.
To coin a phrase, Mick, it's all gone quiet over there.
Well, it has all gone quiet, but I think we shan't tempt
A bit
fate.
of climbing there from Craig Short.
Oh, what a fantastic game of football. And the Everton fans certainly at the moment, I don't think quite, I think so much as stunned. But the
They know their team's being outplayed. There's no that they don't.
Well,
they know they're not. That wasn't a lucky goal. That's not why they're stunned. They know that goal was a long time coming, and they're wondering how they're going to get back.
well, I think a major factor this evening is the crowd who've come here to cheer Port Vale on this evening, and let's certainly hope when the league action starts again, the same fans come on and cheer the team on as well as they're doing this evening. But Joe Royle there,
looking a worried man.
very thoughtful, but he's got a lot of talent out there, Simon. He's got a lot of talent.
And we've got Limpar on the bench, of course.
Well,
No mean player.
excellent player, but it says something when you can have a player of his quality
I
on
think
the
we'll
sub
be
bench.
seeing him before long, to be honest. Let's hope he doesn't have the same effect as the last
lovely
substitute.
play by John McCarthy.
Superb. And Naylor was a little slow to realise what was going to happen there. But that's a poor clearance.
Well-timed tackle there by John Everett. But oh, what a match, Tony Naylor. Just look at the control of that boy there. I mean, he's just been dispossessed there, which is rather unfortunate for me, but Everton coming forward. Stewart. There's men over, Kanchelskis. Stewart in space, no one's picked him up. They've played it out over to the right. Oh, it comes.
And it's a good job that was a poor cross, I must say. The defence is all over the place then.
They've just got John Rudge just down below us here, just off camera shot. All the bench on the feet, but Amakachi there threads it through. Stewart again, bogey. Guppy quite happy to hoop it upfield. Naylor chases, and that is Tony Naylor's ball. He's waiting for support. Well, trying to find Martin Ford, but that ball spun away from him, and Southall out of his area. 71 minutes gone. The countdown has begun. The ball out to play at the moment. It's an Everton throw. But what a match to brighten up a cold Potteries evening. But Everton coming forward. In comes the shot, wide of the target. More hope than anything. Paul Musselwhite, well, there's a replay of the goal there, and won't that be showed many times? The scorer, John McCarthy. And John Rudge bringing the two-wing system back into play. And there's Nick Payne.
What a lovely sound that is, Mick. Can you hear that?
Oh, it's beautiful. Just let's hope it stays like that, Simon. The possibility of a glamour. Fifth round draw in the FA Cup. Well, this is what it's about. The cup holders Everton trailing 2-1 at Vale Park. Fourth round FA Cup replay. But Everton's coming forward again. Lovely one-touch play, but Ian Bogey. Sorry, Tankard plays it up to Naylor. Guppy, who plays it down into that no man's land down there. Play back to Southall. Foyle chases. It's played forward again. Well, slack work by Everton. Foyle offside, but not interfering with play. Vale continue to build up. Good turn by Andy Hill. Now Foyle's onside. Over it comes. And Guppy, well, Tony Naylor there adjudged to avert. Just holding down Matt Jackson. Everton wasting no time. Kanchelskis coming forward. Very familiar gait there, Andrei Kanchelskis. Plays it out to the right to Barry Horn. Forth comes in for the tackle. Horn gets the pass in. Everton switch play. Craig Short. Ride out. Horn, Stewart. And McCatchy Aspin just sticks a leg out, gets it to Ian Bogey. Bogey to McCarthy, and McCarthy's in space down this right flank. Two in the box. Bogey coming up in support. McCarthy, was he shoved off the ball there? No. Fair challenge, throw into the Vale. And Everton now bringing
Anders Limpar.
Anders Limpar on. And they're bringing Matt Jackson.
That's no surprise though, is it really?
Not really, no, but Anders Limpar, Royle saying, right, you've got the experience, get out there and do it. Over that ball comes, quickly taken with the throw. Steve Guppy now turns his man.
What a superb
Lovely
turn.
piece of skill.
And it could...
Naylor!
Oh,
and into the side netting. Neville Southall somehow just palming that ball around into the side of the net.
Oh, I've got
It's
to
a
see that
corner
one
to
again
Vale.
I've got
But
to see that one
Steve
again
Guppy
on,
with the turn.
on video.
Oh, this is world-class stuff by Steve Guppy. He's tormenting Premiership defenders.
There'll be a lot of Premiership managers watching this game. Will be sending the scouts out if they haven't already.
Well, he's come down from Newcastle United. I think he made an appearance on the subs bench, but certainly setting Vale Park alive. Andy Porter now swinging it wide out. Bogey brings it down nicely for Steve Guppy. He hooks it forward to Naylor. Oh, exhibition stuff. But Everton standing firm. It's another corner to the Vale.
It's one-way traffic, Mick. It really is one-way traffic.
But can it stay that way? At the moment, camera shot there on the Royle and Griffiths. I'm just looking at the Vale players they've left behind. Hill, Tankard and Aspin on the rear guard. But the ball's placed. And Ian Bogey swings one over. Horn clears. Stewart, good control there by Graham Stewart. He's going to swing this ball out to Anders Limpar for his first touch. He's looking up, he'll be looking for McCatchy. But look at that.
Whoa. Well, it's a pretty good first ball. Limpar there.
Well, why let the legs do the running when you can spray a ball all over the place like that, Symes? You know, bags of skill. Anders Limpar.
That's it. When you see skill like that, you realise just how slender this lead is. It doesn't matter how many times Vale get into the area. Well, they've only got a one-goal lead. They're still in danger.
Well, Tankard there intending the ball for Steve Guppy. It's interesting to notice, just off your shot on the screens at the moment, that most of the cameramen are camped in Everton's half. But Everton going forward, McCatchy shadowed by Griffiths. Finds Limpar. Limpar against Hill, gets the cross in. Paul Musselwhite, good positioning, safe handling. And he's just going to waste 30 or 40 seconds now. Royle flicks it on. Naylor. Still Naylor. He tries to chip Southall wide of the mark, but just the little flicks, the back heels, the pull-throughs from Tony Naylor. Well, look at this again. Over it comes. One. Outside of the foot. Drags it forward. Turns to the right. Tries to chip his man. Southall knows it's going wide of the target. But Tony Naylor, without a doubt, by far, Simon, I think, in the running for Man of the Match award.
Well, I would say so, yes. But, you could pick one or two Vale players for Man of the Match awards, though. The attack has been just superb, hasn't it? They haven't let Everton get out to their own half for most of this second half and for large parts of the first half. And John Rudge showing showing the football-watching public that attack really is the best form of defence.
Well, attack, smooth flowing football, and both teams playing attractive football. But Port Vale, well, at the moment, Everton, they've struggled against lower opposition, and the cup holders certainly struggling this evening at Vale Park. They've won a corner. Well,
you got to say this is a great match for uncommitted fans to watch. I mean, it's just superb football.
Hopefully, the people who turn up just to see Premier opposition will certainly want to come back and watch some league opposition. Well, look, McCarthy there against Canchelsis.
Well, if this game doesn't bring people back through the turnstiles, nothing will.
Well, there's certainly value for money, Simon, and certainly Port Vale and indeed some of the players there doing themselves no harm whatsoever. Tony Naylor snapped up from Crewe, bargain buy again, and just showing what a good team player. But oh, don't you just wish those chances were run in for the lad. Amakachi against Griffiths. He's gone past Griffiths again. He's had a hard match, Gareth Griffiths, but he's up against world-class opposition there. But Port Vale, they're going to pick up these loose players in the box. Tankard there of the tackle, and Everton still in possession for the throw-in. And again, Vale just pulling that ball out. 10 minutes left on the clock. Canchelsis back to, well, again Guppy, bang, put the ball out, waste another minute. But Everton very quickly, oh, good tackle again. Ian Bogey releases Naylor. McCarthy's free on the right. Bogey steaming up, still Naylor. But Everton coming back very quickly indeed. Amakachi. Griffiths though plays it forward. Naylor! Oh, and off the line! What has Tony Naylor got to do to get that ball in the net? Andy Hinchcliffe clears it off the line. Everton certainly would have been buried after that. But look at this. Everton had stopped momentarily, thought he may have been offside, but look at that. And Hinchcliffe. Wow.
Superb piece of defending there by Hinchcliffe, you got to say.
Excellent defending, but Vale with the corner. Naylor, well, chips it in, but South already this time, wasting no time playing it upfield. Right out. Porter, still airborne that ball.
Well, if Everton get away with this, I think they'll consider themselves to be the luckiest team this year.
Limpar now cuts in field, he's going to line up on. And it goes, tries to chip Musselwhite. Paul saying thanks very much. Eight minutes and counting. First team television. George Andrews, Mike Mackey and Simon Keeling bringing you an absolute cracker of a match. This evening, Vale 2, Everton 1.
Tell you what, Mick, I might even buy this video myself.
Well, it's well worth it, and certainly if the result stays like this, people will be buying it because they've been treated to an excellent game of football by two free-flowing footballing teams. Trying to find Naylor again, but good shielding there by Everall, and it's a goal kick to the Toffee men. Well, the cup holders living dangerously at the moment. Vale just warming the two subs up, Lee Mills and Ray Walker. Whether John Rudge is going to bring them on. Well, Bogey there. Was he pushed? Andy Porter there, obstruction. And John Rudge, without doubt now, is going to make a substitution. Ray Walker certainly coming on. Now who's he going to replace? Steve Guppy.
I don't think he's going to allow this substitution just now. He's not. It's still getting his tracksuit on.
In comes the shot, and Musselwhite just shields it behind for the goal kick. And now we'll have a substitution. Now who's the man coming off? Well, I would say probably Steve Guppy. Ray Walker, he'll just be brought on for his experience, shore up the back a bit. He'll have fresh orders off John Rudge, Simon, without a doubt. But Steve Guppy, just listen to that applause.
Oh, six minutes to go, and he's obviously looking to tighten up, make the midfield more defensive. So Ray Walker jogging on now to the and Steve Guppy going off to the applause of the crowd, standing ovation there, and well, he deserves it. I'm not sure whether John was trying to waste a bit of time there by trying to bring him on before he got his tracksuit off, but the referee spotted it, if that was his intention. It's going to be a goal kick anyway.
Well, 6 minutes plus stoppage time left. Royle, Naylor offside. Cut and dried that one, I think. Our cameraman Tim just shaking his head.
And me, Mick.
And Simon, over it comes, flicked on. Oh, this could be dangerous for Vale. Oh, there's bodies everywhere. There's white shirts going in. And John McCarthy. He's round his man. Lovely piece of play. He's down again. And he's off. John McCarthy. Watson shielding. Plays it back to Watson. Watson to Southall. Southall plays it down the left flank. Flicked on. Griffiths just stemming the tide. But Everton coming forward again. Stewart. Neil Aspin.
Oh.
Only as far as Barry Horn. Up to Naylor. Naylor there, flicks it through to Walker. Kanchelskis going the wrong way. Plays it back to Southall.
Everton want to see Kanchelskis, is it?
Oh, Southall misses it. Oh, what a cup tie. Flicked on. Griffiths with the header. Stewart though. Walker mistimes it. Still Stewart. He's been forced out to the right. Cuts inside Tankard. Gets the cross in. Ooh. Musselwhite off the head of Amakachi.
Tell you what, we're moaning about all those missed chances, and we can certainly do with them now, but it's making for a hell of an exciting game, Mick.
Well, Paul Musselwhite there, keeping his cool. Launches a huge ball upfield. McCarthy. Royle to Naylor. He's onside. Surely. Oh, Tony Naylor. What's he got to do? He's terrorised Everton in defence this evening, Simon. He just can't put it in the back of the net.
They've got no answer to him at all, have they? Apart from Neville Southall, perhaps. But this is danger. Anders Limpar, but he's been held out.
Limpar, look at that. 3 players, gets it out wide. Long way around, but Everton in possession. Over it comes, Musselwhite. Good handling, Paul. Good handling indeed, young man.
And he's got to be thinking about that mistake at Goodison, hasn't he? That's got to be flashing through his mind every time a ball like that comes over.
I think Goodison, without a doubt, is forgotten. It's done, dusted. Look at this, Amakachi offside.
Oh, I think we got the benefit of that one this time.
Did I just hear the fans saying, blow the whistle, ref?
Still a good 3 minutes, and there are some nervous looking Everton fans on the screen at the moment, biting the nails.
But the cameras at the moment while the ball is in Martin Foyle.
Oh, I think he might have handled
Naylor! Oh no,
yes, he did.
There's an infringement. But all the press guys there, as these minutes tick away, all camped outside the Port Vale dugout, and in particular they'll all be focused on the man who's plotted. Maybe I'm a bit too hasty in saying that. Everton's downfall, the cup holders, but they're all focused in on John Rudge. Tony Naylor, oh lovely ball to McCarthy. Can he get there? Will his legs take him?
Yes! Oh, and well, gotta be a booking.
Certainly must be a booking, Simon.
Gotta be a booking, that has, Mick. That's gotta be.
Andy Hinchcliffe.
I mean, he was away into the area then. He was attacking. I mean, you could argue a point for a red card there.
He's not even booking him. He's not even booking him.
That. I mean, some people could argue a case for a red card in that situation.
Well, unlucky with the free kick. Horn clears the header. Limpard, casual flick inside, very well done indeed.
Ah, good tackle.
Walker.
Oh,
Well,
lovely stuff.
Lovely ball through, Walker going in there. Everton though standing, getting that ball upfield. Griffiths heads into the middle, Andy Porter. Naylor chases, Craig Short. Southall's now going to waste no time in booting this upfield.
And we're into the final minute.
And McCatchy, handball surely. No, play on, says the ref. Boyle back in defence. Plays it upfield. Linesman's flags up for the offside. We're 30 seconds away. Well, Porter tried to play that ball over Southall, but well, we're 15, 14, 13 seconds away. The pressmen, more of them now.
Set the whistle is deafening. I can hardly hear you speaking. I'm standing next to you.
Outside the Port Vale dugout. Sean Rudge, the referee there. The ball flicked on. Hill clears it back. Oh, it's up in the air. Everton just trying to get it forward. Griffiths, Porter. Tony Naylor there. You can see he's run his legs up tonight for this cause for Port Vale, but it's not over. Hinchcliffe, Aspin with a header. Overhead by Porter. Back to Dave Watson, and that's it! Port Vale have knocked out the cup holders. Everton are out of the FA Cup. Vale Park has gone absolutely mad with fans cheering. And what can you say?
It's got to be one of the greatest nights at Port Vale. A superb game, a superb performance, and a great result.
And the camera shot there. John McCarthy with the second important goal for Port Vale this evening. Ian Bogie with the first. Stewart levelled it. It was 1-0 to Vale through Bogie with a wonder strike. Stewart pulled it back, and then in the second half, a beautiful move between Steve Guppy and John McCarthy, putting the ball back into the net, made it 2-1 for Everton. George Andrews will certainly have something to say about this, and certainly Port Vale, as they take the applause from the Vale Park faithful. Well, they have deserved it, haven't they? But Everton, the cup holders, make the lonely walk down the tunnel now to this year's competition. And Simon, Port Vale thoroughly deserve it, mate.
Well, anybody who watched that could not, even the most staunch Everton fan, could not suggest anything otherwise. I saw some of the Everton fans barracking their own players as they went off, and before the game they were singing to the Vale fans, "Who the hell are you?" Well, they certainly know who they are now.
Well, we're going down now to get some after-match interviews, and George Andrews sure to ask some very, very good questions. But from Mike Mackey and Simon Keeling up here in the commentary box, I'll just repeat the score because it's beautiful just to listen to. Port Vale 2,